Good afternoon. Welcome back to BTV. Been a minute. Man, do we got a lot of catching up to do. Today is Monday. It's the beginning of the week. So, I hope everybody got their goals ready, you know, to conquer them and to complete them by the end of the week or whatever it is that you need to do by Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. One week down and get to a whole nother week. But right now, I would just like to say, welcome back to BTV. Like I said, it's been a minute. Anyway, it's some things I would like to talk about. You know, first off, I would like to touch on, we had a good little battle over the weekend between Tay Rock and Mook, Murder Mook. And, the card was dope. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every act on there. To be honest with you, everybody's saying a lot of the acts is 3-0. Like the first act with Loso, and I forget the homie's name, but I think that battle was kind of the very first battle on the card. I think it was a tie. I don't think Loso really killed him, or if it was a 30 piece. My favorite one was B Dot. And that was a really good, interesting, a little rap battle. I like that one. As far as the Tay Rock and the Mook, we all know, you know what I'm saying. Who won that? You can be biased, but we all know who won that. And to be honest with you, my personal opinion, Mook won. By far. Um, to keep it all 100. I'm not gonna say it was a Curry, it was a 3-0, but me personally, I like Mook's second round. His second round was hella hard to me. You know, um, I may give you Tay Rock the very first, but other than that, I think Mook killed it. Mook killed it. It was a real, dope battle. Like I said, it's something that I think You know, everybody's been talking about, the old school versus the new school. And, the difference is to keep it 100 with you. No, to be honest with you, I fuck with Tay Rock. Tay Rock is hella dope. Tay Rock is, between Tay Rock and Arsenal, those two actually got me into watching battle rap again. It was Tay Rock and Arsenal. But um, Tay Rock's approach to me was a little bit different. Um, well, what I should say is, let me correct myself. His approach going into the Mook, I think, should have been a little bit different. Like I say, Tay Rock is dope. The difference is fantasy bars. And what I mean by that is the last generation, I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? 40 years old. So I remember trying to get the DVDs of Mook from out here. We not having YouTube, but back in, when I was 20 and those battles, especially out there, I'm out here in Oakland. So we couldn't get those, we couldn't get those type of battles. I wanted to see Mook versus Lux, the J Mills battles and all those battles that took place on the East Coast that the West Coast didn't see. You know what I'm saying? Or we couldn't get our hands on them. So this battle to me between Tay Rock and Murder Mook was more so of kind of like the old versus the new. And that old let you know that, hey, you know, I might ain't did this for a minute, but I'm here and I'm back. And I'm one of the reasons, one of the forefathers Mook, one of the first, he the forefathers of this shit. Like, just keep it hands down. Like, he gives us a vibe. I like battle rap. That's one of my shits, bro. It's something to keep my mind off of, real life shit. When life shit is coming and it's turmoil and you ain't got nothing else to do, you did your little jumping jacks and push ups, you got into this battle rap. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was, you know, interesting. Um, so sorry, good week, but it was a good battle. Like I said, I give Rock the first round. We was what I seen. Mook, bro, I seen him just like with Daylight. Like, stop playing. Like, Daylight came and he beat Tay Rock. Daylight beat Tay Rock's ass. Let's keep it 100 with you. Tay Rock didn't have nothing for Daylight, bro. He didn't have nothing for it. And nothing, nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, Tay Rock to me done had the most impressive run in battle rap. To be honest with you, I give him that. He didn't have one of the most impressive runs in rap. I mean, in battle rap. Every fucking every battle is damn near, it's damn near sold out. People want to hear him. Like I said, my personal opinion is I like people that take angles, and the angle that you take, that's however your angle is, you gotta sit up there and be able to have it down to a T, and that's what Mook did. He had that shit down to a T. He killed it. And like I said, nobody's been giving Daylight any to me his shit. Like shit, bro. Daylight, give him whoever, bro. He deserved it. He deserved it. He deserved it. So big shout out to everybody that was on that card. I enjoyed it. Um, I would like, I would like to see them. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just gonna be, a little bit of a fantasy or whatever, in my head. But I would like to see everybody, just men and women. Let's get a good ass fucking battle. Men and women. Let's everybody go in. Um, because it's like, when you talking about battle rap and you try to, put that against the other sports leagues that's out there, it's only one champion and there has to be a winner or a loser. So I would like to see that become more competitive. So if you're going to cash out these battle rappers, that's fine, cash them out. But at the same time, let the fans, let's see a winner or a loser. Let's not have that shit be based off of opinions. If even if y'all want to sit up there and say, hey, look, um, you can only say this amount of gun bars, or you can only say this, or you can only say that. The truth of the matter is, that shit has to be a little bit more entertaining, and it has to be where it's a winner and a loser, and it cannot be based off of votes. No other, um, it ain't based off of votes. You could do the MVPs like that, but I would like to see it be rankings, and the loser's out. If you lose 4 battles or 3 battles in a year, you out. You can't battle no more. One, you keep that shit competitive. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have, even though the battle rappers is getting that money, you gonna keep that shit. And ain't nobody gonna sit up there and lose that money. You know what I'm saying? If you choke, you automatically lose. You choke, you lose. It can't be, you know what? We choke, you get it back. You choke, you lose. Professional, you if it's professional and not, I get it. Sometimes you choke. I'm not gonna really hold the choking against you, but I will hold your performance, your bars. That's something to be held against you. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between bars and fantasy rap. That's the difference, I think, between the last generation, or well, the generation that I grew up in, and this new generation. This new generation is fantasy. You got fantasy leagues, fantasy shit. You can do all these fantasy shit. In the league, and when I was growing up, it might have been the same fantasy, but the bars was more realistic, and it was more shit that a motherfucker was really doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference. It's more fantasy bars in these times, and it's was more wholesome bars back then. Now I'm not saying please don't. I'm not shitting on no new school battle rap or rappers. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not doing that. I'm showing the difference between. Sorry about that shit, y'all. I'm sorry. I know that's probably just fucked up a little bit at this podcast. Y'all hearing me cough up a lung. My bad. But I'm showing the difference between those bars. The difference to me between Tay Rock and Murder Mook, your Tay Rock and your Daylight. That was the difference. The angles that they came at was more realistic. They came at angles to where it was like, okay, that makes sense. And due to their lifestyles, we can see that shit. So, I'm not going to lie to you. And as a fan, I don't want to have to battle somebody's opinion and say, oh, what this person want, when you can clearly see the only reason why people are saying Tay Rock won is because they feelings hurt. Let's keep it 100, bro. They feelings is hurt. People's feelings is so hurt off of Tay Rock losing. And I'm gonna be all honest with you. To me, I'm Tay Rock will bounce back. Like shit, he will bounce back. He's a professional. This is what he does. You know what I'm saying? And you're not really supposed to win every battle. You're supposed to lose some here and there. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is, I think, when you're a battle rapper and you sitting down and you're observing all this shit. Mook was sitting up here absorbing all this shit. He's looking at he started the shit. Like I said, he started the shit. You know what I mean? So how when the shit came out about a month ago that I knew, like, you know what I'm saying? I knew Mook was gonna win. Um, I said he's in my generation. So in my generation, he's one of the best. So hey, he did it, and there's nothing wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's nothing wrong. I enjoyed. I don't think it was a classic battle. I think the battle was over in the second round, and then when it got to the third, let's really be honest. That's the definition of turn up. Move if you want to see what everybody say what turn up is, go look at Mook's third round. He turned the fuck up. Yeah, that's what you know what I'm saying. The God does, bro. You know what I'm saying. So peace and blessings to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying. Um, that was just one of the things I just wanted to touch upon. Like I said, because it's been a lot of um, it's just been a lot of speculation and what's going on and who won the battle. So like I said, my personal opinion, uh, Mook won, and shout out to Mook, and yeah. So Today's Monday. You know what yesterday was? Yesterday was Sunday, NFL day. My team got their ass handed to them. 49ers got killed. So we gonna kind of start off with that. You know, they got killed. They got absolutely killed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gonna, like I said, we gonna talk about this NFL shit, right? I'm trying to get everything pulled up. So let's talk about the game with the 49ers. They also just traded, um, they just traded, forgive me, Quan Alexander for a fifth round draft pick and a linebacker from the Saints. I forget his name, Kirk Alonzo, if I'm not mistaken. He's a veteran player. Um, so I don't, I understand they moved. You know, they did it for salary cap reasons. So, you know, 49ers and, George Kittle just been out for about 8 weeks and Jimmy G. So, there go our season right there. So we kind of building up for, for next year, especially when Joey Bosa went out, Richard Sherman being out, D Ford. That's who I thought we was gonna trade. I think eventually we will trade D Ford. I think that makes sense. Um, you know, Kinlaw's been looking good. I was kind of shocked with the trade with Quan, only because I feel that, and maybe in the comments, if you're a 49er fan or whatever you want to say whatever you want to say in the comments. But I felt like he was our best linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He was our best linebacker, and yeah, he was just our best, well, cover linebacker, as I should say, besides Fred Warner. He was the best cover linebacker that we had. So, to for us to trade him away, like I said, I get it, but you know, I I get it. I just wasn't, expecting that to sit up there and happen. But I guess since we're going to be without Kittle and we're going to be without Jimmy G, well, we might as well. Any surprises yesterday? Um, yeah, you know what? I was kind of surprised that the Browns lost. No disrespect to the Raider fans. I thought Baker, they've been hounding Baker. They've been talking is, hey, Baker, 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 you get out there. And he kind of like, another mediocre performance. Shout out to the Raiders who won. Tennessee, they lost. Uh, man, the Tennessee lose. Who else lost? The Rams lost. I was kind of shocked at that. Um, Tua got his first win, so congratulations. Um, hmm, this week is looking like competition, huh? Because today's the last day for the polls, right? This is the last day for the polls. It's they, everybody, your entertainers, vote or die. That's been the campaign that I've heard over the last 20 years, since 2000, since Al Gore. Vote or die. 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 What the hell does that mean? Vote or die. What does that mean? Vote or die. Black Lives Matter. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that something that we truly believe? Do we truly believe vote or die? Is that something that we're putting in the air that we have to vote? And if we don't vote for who they, society, corporate America, vote or die? That's what we're saying. Black Lives Matter. Nah, uh, it's watching the elections. I'm going back. The elections was about the debate. I'm sorry about that. Watching the debate about a month ago, um, and even watching the debate from a couple of weeks ago. It's sad to see, in my opinion, it's sad to see as beautiful of a country as the United States is, but and the reason why I say that is also within the people. The people is what make, you know, everything run. The people, us, your regular day person, your person who wakes up every morning to that cafe that you like to get your favorite coffee from, your tea, your hot chocolate, your Danish. A person wakes up every morning and people get it. Whether you want Starbucks, there's somebody performing that job. And that job is what makes a regular person wake up and go to work. So that person, they have something in common. The working person, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like that we, every person that wakes up, whether your job is to um, parent your kid all day, go to the store. That store is open. Somebody is in that store. A person is in that store working. So we, the people, make this beautiful country, and with beautiful people, everything is able to go on. Yet you have these two political parties, Democrat and a Republican, and they want us to believe in them. So what happens? Vote or die becomes the slogan that we hear for the next 20 years that we've been hearing. Vote or die every time. Every time it gets down to the last two, it is vote or die. And then they got all these commercials on voting and to go vote. Does anything ever happen when we vote? Especially for does any change happen? Does the change really happen? What happens? What happens? Nothing. They only use us right now. They use the voice because they know that our vote to them is what matters. See, without our vote, without our attention, we are paying into a system within our attention. None. Let's be honest. Both debates, they didn't have nothing to sit up there and say. If you had to say once again, like the rap battle, you know what I'm saying? That's all that was a rap battle, just without the rap. My opinion, if you said, well, give your opinion of who you think Trump won to me. Why? Because He won because Biden is passive. Let's say it like it is. He's passive. He's passive. This is who we will want as our president. Somebody who's passive. But that's the way society tries to sit up here and have their men, passive aggressive men, is what the system likes. Because a passive aggressive man is kind of standing on what, he's not really standing for anything. He's kind of playing both fields. The passive aggressive man is what the man that he doesn't really have a voice. That's the only difference between the President Trump and Biden. He's more aggressive. That's the difference. So, everybody's been talking, oh, will it be a riot? It's going to be a riot. People are going to, what people are going to do that? The regular people that got to wake up every day and go to work. Some people not going to do that. They're not going to be able to afford to do that. Let's really be honest. They're not going to be able to afford to do that. Now, if it's a riot based off of the president, change only comes when the individual or the collection of group changes something. The change is not going to come from a third party. The change has to come from within. If there's any change that has to happen, the change has to happen within each individual. Our mindsets, our mindsets have to sit up there and be, how can I say this? Our mindsets has to be on equal. If there's any change that's about to sit up here and stand out, the change comes from us. We can't think that, oh, Biden or Trump has our best interest. They don't. What interest do they have? Their interest is to serve themselves. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, of course, they might make one or two things, but other than that, the changes, they can't do that. That's not up to them. That's not up to them. Obama did shit in 8 years. What did he do? Tell me, if what did he do in 8 years? Do you remember any laws that he did? What did he do in 8 years that he was president? All he did was make good speeches and show up in on ESPN when there was a tournament. What was he doing? Like, come on, y'all, stop playing. We have to be the one to sit up there and to start to change. Yeah, I know. I started this off on what I gave you some what was happening into the world. That's how I started this. Um, this is how I started this off. I started this off by talking about the NFL, Mook, and just, but at the end of the day, one has to sit up there and be able to navigate and see what is real and what is not. We have to be able to do that. So that system of voting is fake. What? Tell me. Let me. Why? Why would you destroy? Why would anybody destroy because they ain't got the president? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So I'm hoping that whoever becomes president is nobody for what? What is the riot? What are you gonna riot for? What would be the mindset of that? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. thinking that we that stupid to do that. When I say we, I'm talking about as a people, okay? Because let's really be honest here, okay? Let's really be honest here. Everybody have to survive. What do I mean by that? Everybody has a piece of something. You have a piece of something that the world, that your children, that the next generation needs to hear. Without us, the next generation cannot be the best. We have to make the next generation way better than us. We have to make the next generation way better than us because that's one of the things that I feel that we've been lacking as a society is that the generation that comes after is not well equipped to deal with the matters of that era. It's vital, it is vital that we're able to communicate on a healthy level. Why? So our kids can see us communicating on a healthy level. One of the things that I've learned since my last podcast, and I haven't podcasted in 2 years, one of the best things that I learned is actually, and this might sound, is really, really is being patient. You know, things is not supposed to go sometimes as what we would like for it to go. That's not life. You know what I'm saying? In order to sometimes to get to a certain point, you have to be or feel uncomfortable in a way so you can get to that point. Because the more that you stay comfortable, then what happens? You kind of stay right there and you won't get any further. You stay right there. Right now, we need everybody. We need everybody's voice. While everybody is saying go vote, no, I'm saying this. Real people need to start linking up and real people need to start being active. It takes everybody. It doesn't just take just one. Everybody gotta be everybody gotta be on accord. And I know that's hard. That's hella hard. That's pride. Sometimes the best thing we can do is to love each other. I mean to love ourselves before we start loving on anybody else. Because it's like if you're not loving yourself, how are you capable to love anybody else? You can't. There's no such thing as a of you know what you're gonna love somebody more than you love yourself because even if you think you love somebody more than you love yourself, even if you have and that's a very good concept. Let's talk about the one kids. You have to be in a position, okay? This is when I'm saying like the next this generation has to be we have to raise we have to raise our kids in a where they're able to communicate with each other. It can't be this division that we have going on. It can't be. You know what I'm saying? It can't. So I'm saying this, I just start, I've been wanting to get on my podcast. It's been me. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting in the way of myself. Sometimes when you know that, like, hey, I've been getting in the way of myself. I haven't gave myself I haven't gave myself the best me, because guess what? We're always trying to do something for somebody else, and we're trying to make somebody else happy, and we're trying to do this. We got to make ourselves happy, because technically if we're putting somebody else first, then we're really not happy, because our soul is saying we come first. We come first. We do. We come first. You have to put yourself first in order, even if you want to put the group ahead of you, you have to be wise enough. You have to be acceptable enough, patient enough. I know this podcast is probably everywhere. I didn't really plan it like how I wanted to sit up here and plan it. So just bear with me. As time goes on, it's only gonna get better. So bear with me. I know I might have some contradictions in here. I might sit up here and went on a tantrum. Right now, I'm speaking from a place of love, because I love everybody. I once had this division in my mind, but I love everybody, and I love everybody the same. I don't treat anybody any type of different. I still don't treat nobody different. Why? Why do you treat anybody different? You shouldn't even treat nobody different. Treat everybody the same. Right now, like I said, we need each other. All this social distancing, put on a mask and gloves and all this stuff. We all know what it's about. If you ain't, if you still don't understand, you're saying Black Lives Matter, George Soros. Like, come on, bro. Like that we know what's going on, bro. And there is the conscious is starting to the conscious is starting to the conscious is starting to be alive more. People are running from it. The awakening is here. People running from it. Of course they're gonna run from it. They're gonna run from things that their mind is not used to hearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those type of things to where, as we every day, as we get older, we reflect on what 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 we did. You know what I'm saying? What did we do? Or what we didn't do for us to be in whatever situation we get into. The reason why I said we need each other is because, like I said, our kids are the next generation. I was taught that, and I don't want to say taught, but what I heard at a young age was, at 18, they say you're supposed to be dead. 21, 24, 25. It's time to live. It is time to live. Be true to self. Stop putting everybody before you. Why? If those people ain't gonna do that for you, then what you doing? You're not. It's not gonna go anywhere. Make sure that you are healthy, eating your vegetables, your fruits. It's time to be healthy in these days. We can't afford to take take on our parents' vices. We can't do that. We gotta think ahead. There's no more thinking on 19, you know what I'm saying, 75. That time is not here. Not even 2015. We got to think about 2025. What about our kids? How is our kids going to be able to live in this future, in this weird ass future where everything is changing? I used to hear my mom tell me when she was a kid and how things change. And now when I talk to my son, it's the same thing. And our kids is going to experience the same exact thing. So imagine right now, the time that we're living in, what's going to happen in 20 years. So we're talking about vote or die. Like I said, for real? Nah, man. Nah. We have to sit up here. We have to sit up here and hold each other accountable and not be so goddamn mad when somebody tell you something. It's okay to be wrong. You're not supposed to be wrong all the time. You're not supposed to be wrong all the time. I mean, right all the time. You're supposed to be wrong. You learn more from when you're wrong than when you're right, right? Come on. We have to do better as a society, not just a group of races, just as a society. We have to do better. Stop depending on one of the thing about Americans is Americans like to depend on everybody to do everything for them. Because we're not in a third world country. We think that, you know what I'm saying, we're supposed to just have shit and it's supposed to be handed to us. No. The reality is motherfuckers gotta go out and fight for everything that they want. That's just it. How to. And what I mean by fight is whether you mean literal, but even you waking up and trying to go and conquer your dreams, that's a fight. That's a fight. Every day you're fighting, you're thinking, you got something in your head that you're trying to sit up here and do. It's bigger than you in that moment. It's a goal that you have. One of the things I would say is always set goals. If you don't have any goals, set goals for yourself. Set goals. It makes a difference. Set goals for yourself. The more goals that you set for yourself, the more that you know one becomes one becomes you know you become efficient because you become efficient when you set goals for yourself. How so? Set goals for yourself and guarantee you in detail those things will start happening. What do you want? When I'm saying goals, even healthy goals, stay away from this. You're challenging yourself. We need those challenges to make us better. Without a challenge, how are we getting better? I was taught if you don't read all the time, your brain becomes to mush. That's the same thing as a muscle. If you're not working out, then when it's time for you to really be strong, you don't have that strength. You let it go. Repetition is hard. That's hard. That's hard. Repetition is hard. And, you know, it's one of those things where we got to be efficient to do something every day and to keep doing it. Man, that's something. So repetition can help. Having these goals will help set goals for yourself. Have a positive mind. Don't always think negative. If you think negative, negative things will happen. Have a positive attitude. Wear positive colors. No black hoodies, black beanies. Shit, wear a red beanie. This is now, I know in different parts of the world, I know if you down in LA, you can't do that. So, hey, if you're in the East Coast, you can't do that. I know certain parts you can't, but incorporate bright colors. Don't be always dark. That's not cool. It's not, there's a saying that we say, I'd rather be feared than loved. Fuck does that mean? Fuck. Why? Why would you rather be feared than loved? That sometimes is the mindset, especially of a young black male, depending on where you grow up. You want to be feared than loved because that fear is like a power. When somebody's afraid of you, it's a power. When you're not afraid, then it's no power. You understand? There's no power. When you're not afraid, there's no power. So you're not giving in into anything. It's funny because when I said, I right when I said no power, you know what I'm saying? You can't give into power. It just felt hella weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like the ambiance felt weird. So I started looking around. You know what I'm saying? Um, but we can't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? We give we can't. So that saying and me hearing that saying, or another saying that people say, um, I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. That's almost that's old boy song, Murder on My Mind. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Like why do we have to sit up there and have this harm that we want to put on people? That's weird. You know, I understand, I'm not saying that I don't understand these sayings, but they don't become sayings, they almost become a way of life in certain, you know what I'm saying, in certain parts of the world, this shit becomes a way of life. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers they want you to be afraid of them. They want you to be afraid of them. This is why so many motherfuckers, what do? They'll come to an event hella deep. Why? 'Cause they want you to be afraid of them. They want you to say, ooh, you got a lot of people with you. Same thing we wanted to do when we were kids. Same thing. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is now it's on a bigger scale now. That's the only difference. It's just on a bigger scale. We have to do better. Period. We do. Like I said, I'm open. You know, um, I want as many people to watch this. Like I said, I'm out here in Oakland, California. I'm out here in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Mm, We are 8 hours away from LA, so LA is nowhere near close to here. We're 8 hours away. If you're in the sky, you're about an hour and 45 minutes away from LA. But that's a different. Oakland and LA are different. You know what I'm saying? Different mindsets. But I guarantee you, somewhere out there, somebody done said that saying somewhere in New York, like I said, because we're taught we want people to fear us, not to love us, you know. Um, man, I enjoyed this. To be honest with you, I enjoyed this. Um, I stopped, like I said, I stopped life. I'm technically, I'm supposed to be at damn near. Oh my God, I'm supposed to have hella videos up. But you know what got in the way of that? Me. I'm the one that got it. Every day I thought about, you know what I'm saying, going on my channel and starting my channel. That was me. You know, whether I was lazy, whether I got into my feelings and didn't want to do it, it was me. Because there's always time to do it. So, right now, at life, I'm happy. There are disappointments that come. Of course, they're supposed to come. But I'm happy. How so? Because I'm here. My two eyes, two arms. I'm happy. Yeah, life is supposed to be a struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a struggle. So, like I said, this felt good. I can't wait. I kind of just I had some music on, and I said I'm about to do a podcast, so I pulled over and did a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I pulled over and just fuck it. Let me just talk. I just wanted to talk. That's all I wanted to do was just talk. Like sometimes, you know, you just want your voice to be heard. And I'm seeing that right now within people. People want their voice to be heard. You know what I'm saying? People want their voice to be heard, especially now. Like, why not? Why can't nobody's voice be heard? This is what this platform is for. You know what I'm saying? This is what the platform is for. Everybody wants to be heard. Sorry. Why not use this? This is what I'm saying. This is a great time for everybody to start coming together. Start piecing up. Everybody need to piece up. Everybody on everything. We gonna get more. Sorry, we gonna get more together than we are gonna be divided. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is also a place where I ain't even gonna lie to you. I would love to have some debates. Some healthy ass positive debates on this. On this shit. Cause that's one of the things I like. I like to debate certain things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean, I have malice intentions or anything like that. I just like to debate, I like to debate certain things. One of those things, being is, religion, sports, of course, religion. I, so, um, theories, you know what I'm saying? Like there's things that, you know, this platform I want to use it on, not just to talk. There was a lot of events that I went to that, you know, I could have let y'all into my world that I didn't because I was being selfish, And at the end of the day, I think that's what it is. I'm tired of being selfish, with some of the things that I have within that. I'm a writer. I write poetry, you know. Um, I yeah, that's my first love. Um, um, I like writing. I like listening to dope ass music, jazz, piano jazz personally. But I like all types of music. So it's like I'm never been uh I never been one sided per se. I've had one sided perspectives. I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying. But for the most part, And like I said, this is time to be open, time to start discussing certain things. Certain discussions needs to be out in the open. It should be no more discussion if we talking about religion, whatever we talking about. We we have to sit up here and talk about that shit in the we got to be able to talk about everything, because if we not going to talk about it, then what we doing? Like, what we doing? We got to be active. That's one of the things that for me I'm lacking is active, having a lot of active people around me. Like, I want people to be active around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more um just yeah, just more active, man. Like, it's one thing to talk about shit, but then it's one thing about doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just at this place right now where, like I said, I'm tired of sharing. I mean, I need to share. I'm tired of being selfish. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being selfish. I'm tired of being fucking selfish. And, I'm not saying I'm just the most selfish person in the world. No, because I do give. What I mean by selfish is just being more open and having these conversations on a bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the platform now has to change. Us, especially if you black, the platform, we're definitely and always will be worldwide, but everything we do is in critique. How we talk, how we dress, right now is at an all-time high. So I'm not gonna lie to you, like, we have to sit up here and start addressing shit. We have to think of if we're going to sit up here and come together. If not, then so be it. And niggas ain't gotta come together. There's benefits to that though. There's benefits to everybody coming together than to being separate and trying to conquer what? How can we conquer anything if we're separate? There's nothing that we can conquer separate. Nothing. Nothing. We have to sit up here and we gotta go with this shit as a collection of people. You know what I'm saying? We have to. And like I said, me personally, I just want healthy people, man. That's around me. Healthy fucking people that's around me, minded. Motherfuckers that, what I'm saying, stand for something. Now, nobody that's not standing for nothing. Like, stand for something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Let's take these conversations to a whole nother high, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would like to get some interviews on here. So, like I said, man, I just started this shit. I just pulled over and said, "Fuck it, man. Let's talk, bro. I want some shit. Let's talk." You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. So yeah, you know, all this shit is to, you know, build up the character. I got kids, and I want my kids to be able to, for this next future and this next generation. I definitely want to leave something behind. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, right now I did a nice, good hour, almost an hour on here. As we get more and more, as we get more and more into it, a lot of shit is gonna happen, and I'm going to, you know, make a lot of shit happen off of this. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. Make a lot of shit happen off of this. So, I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in if you tuned in. And, it's BTV. You know what it is? It's BTV. You know what I'm saying? Peace.